Let us continue playing The Darkest Dungeon, and when we last left off, I actually have a strategy in mind for getting an extra 3 members of, because I'm allowed an extra 3, but obviously I don't want to, grind people up and have 3 left over who I can't use. It's probably a better idea for me to hold somebody. Actually, that won't work either, because I still need. Alright, don't worry. The only exception to this, possibly, is if I can get the stagecoach upgrades. The experienced recruits level 2 and presumably level 4, because I've got a level 1 guy there. I assume at this level I'll get level 2s. If I were to max it out, I'd probably get level 3s. Long term, that's probably the way to do this. But to do that, we will need more busts and we will need more portraits. And in order to upgrade the things and the blacksmiths, we need a lot more deeds. But priority number 1 at this stage is still get ourselves towards the flesh and the profit. So we are going to Warren's, which is thankfully a medium deed mission with a life crystal available. And the team is fairly set up for us, I think, here. I don't think this is the most ideal of setups for this, but since it's only a medium mission, I think this should handle it for the time being. So the plan is to get all of these leveled and through in order to help them out a little bit, and because I want to be safe, I'm probably going to upgrade their armor. And while I should upgrade the other people's armor first, this might be a better way of handling things. I don't know. If there is no way I'm going to need it, but let's see how much this would cost me to upgrade all their armor to 4. 2,000. So that'd be 8,000 money to get rid of all of that. I think it might be better to save the money then, and just slowly upgrade some of these. Certainly people like Snoopy, I would love to put in there and sort that out, but we'll deal with that later. So, let's go back on the embarkation route. We have our team set up. We have now a couple of arbalists to deal with. So we'll go with you to start with, and you can have the Carmen Crystal. There's the balance to that. Now here we've got an interesting thing, because we of course only have 1 arbalist item. Nevertheless, what I could do with you is just go and give you the damage boost. So head in the box. So that puts you 8, 18. I'm going to swap you 2 over, I think. Actually. Oh. Right, we'll get you back. Yeah, so the one at the back does have the extra damage. Just so I remember that. You got the extra accuracy and crit chance. Then we move to you. And of course we take that, and we will take something to try and alleviate the stress, or that double increases your stress gain, but that might actually not be a bad way to go, I suppose. Give you the crescendo. No, we'll save the crescendo box here. Trying to work out if we had anything else with stress relief, but I don't think we do. And your skill set, I don't think, does a lot of blighting. No, just ranged. So I suppose steady bracer is probably not a bad way to go with that. So a massive plus 20 boost to accuracy, which is probably overkill to all his ranged attacks, and that leaves you. Since you're effectively the principal damage dealer, we'll go and give you that, and we will go and give you that. 10% stress increase, a 40% overall damage increase. Let's have a provision then. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this. As I said, a first recording session after going back to America, so if I forget things, that's my excuse. I know I'd have other excuses when I haven't been to America in the week, but that's my excuse this time. Okay, that seems to be a reasonable setup. I might want to max my food. Yeah, we'll be fine. The Warrens, it's usually quite easy to find food as long as we have the herbs.
They breed.
And we get a first scout report. So we have to complete all the rune battles, and thankfully that means we don't have to go this way. So, off we go. And the heirlooms to begin. 6.
Gold, trinkets and baubles.
And the trap, which I actually knew about, but we're off to a good start. Right, and since we know there's an encounter in here, let's set up.
Promise of safety.
So, Swine Tour, they are surprised. We have a Marcher and we have a Reaver. Okay. We'd normally go Flashing Daggers to start with, but I think we'll just go set this up. Let's mark the Swinosaur for death, because that'll benefit us a little later. I could go Bolus and try and move him forward, but I think actually the better way to do is just to try and kill you, which works. As there's nothing else I can really do at this point, I might as well just go Sniper Shot and do some damage. Right, Butcher Gut. Dodged. Charge. Nope, Bull Rush. Okay, and that moves you into the better position. Unfortunately, you're stunned for it. No, I didn't... well, it doesn't matter in any case, but I think one of these two does have the flair to undo stuns and debuffs. But since you are marked for death, let's go 23, collect bounty. Next up, shoot you for 16. Next up, shoot you, and you're out. Okay, so there's extra damage to stun, but it's the only attack I've got that will work on him, I guess. Unless I go mark... No, I'll mark him for death. Lower his protection score. And rely on our shooty people. Fortunately, they go first. I'm wondering if it's worth going for some heals at this point. Stack the heals. Round next. So I could go pick to face. 11 damage, it reckons. Only 7 if I do that. Yeah, that's your most damaging attack, and you critted with it, so that's as good as you could have managed. And hopefully that's finished. And we gain an extra key for our trouble.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
And another scout report. So we therefore know we got a room battle this way. We could go up and there, minimize the number of battles at this stage. It's probably not urgent for us to do that, though. But we are full of loot.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Yeah, I think we go with that. 500 for... I'm gonna have this map screen up for net.
Traps lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Okay, torch we light. So we have light going into here, but we know there's no encounter anyway. So we'll head here, backtrack to there, and probably camp up at that stage. We are not touching the books, I remember that much. Now this will be a buff, but... Lost 30% damage. There we go. Right, so you're set up. New drinking game to kill my subscribers with, I think, is being developed right now by somebody. Yeah, just gotta have the map on. I don't know why I don't use... I'm sure that wasn't a problem before. Right, one and in. I've got too many torches for this setup as well. So I've just realised I'm skipping 2 encounters then. Okay. Vomit to start. 1 and hysterical blindness. The good news is we may be able to cure that in camp, depending on what skills people have. Right. Let's go for the knockback stun. 1 out of 2 will do. It's the better 2. Flashing daggers. Hook where it hurts. 6. Okay. Shot to the back for death. And that's what the high damaging person there is for. You do have a high reasonable dodge skill, but I think actually it's better to just shoot you. Yeah, didn't do enough damage. Alright, your stun wears off. Next round. Flashing daggers. Should hopefully get... I was hoping it would get one of them. Here come the drums. Resistant marks. Okay. Let's go for this again. It's got a low chance of working, I suppose, but there's always that possibility. Alright, somebody does need healing, but I think the better way around to do this right now. Shoot you to death.
As the enemy crumbles.
We'll probably camp after this encounter in some way, shape or form, so it's not the end of the world if we take a little more damage than we'd like at this stage.
Maintain the offensive.
Pick to face, 15 crit. Oh, did that sting? Oh, I could stun him again. Stun, have a heal round. And this knocked him into ideal range for you, actually. Right. 6 crit. Not that you had any stress issues, in fairness. Your stun wears off. New round. And he's finished.
The fiend falls. A faint hope blossoms.
Right, we can carry none of that. 2 torches for the deeds, because we know we need those. Let's go busts for bandages right now. Gold for the emerald, because we're almost certainly going to pick up some stacks of those in the near future. No, I suppose I could get rid of the holy water here. I'll regret it later. I know I will, but we'll get rid of the holy water here as well.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Hidden compartment, and that gives us a key and an onyx. Alright, we'll stick it that way around. Actually, no, we're not getting any more food at this stage, so we're okay. Some layouts you do need more food, this isn't one of them. Okay, we have successfully backtracked, and now we're about to camp. Okay.
Huddled together.
Might as well go to the full food amount here, get some de-stress on some of our guys, because we're looking a little marginal. So, our companions heal 35%, isn't bad, but we only have one person there. I was hoping somebody might be able to have snuff box. There we go. I thought somebody might. There's some really useful stuff here, actually, as it turns out. So now we've got 10. Unfortunately, we don't have an ability to prevent any nighttime ambushes. But what we can do is we can use 2 points to lower your, give you stress relief. We can go and use 3 points to improve that. We can go and take an accuracy and crit chance increase on you, which might not be a bad play, actually. Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll have our scout ahead. That leaves 2 points, so I can reduce your stress by 15. Think of the songs they'll sing of us. No nighttime ambush. But we have 3 swine spawns to start the battle off. So here comes the vomit. And there comes the disease. Okay. If we stun you, there's less chance of more disease, so that's the way around to do it. Pick to face can do 17. Soak and thrown dagger, so it's the same amount regardless here. It's 11 damage if I split it. I need maximum damage or a crit anyway, so I'll just go with that shot. And it was optimistic to get a shot off before them first, but still, that worked out quite nicely. So let's go and weaken them, which as it turns out kills the first one. Could go for a bolus. How much damage is that going to do? 5 to 10 on both. Or I can just kill this one. Eradicated. Yes, indeed. And since we go first, there we go. Right, got a second emerald, so thankfully that was a perfect layout for what stuff we already had.
Nonetheless.
Oh, I got rid of the darn. Thing is, these have quite a lot of treasure usually. I don't have any herbs though. I decided to get rid of them in terms of this. Just on the off chance we were blighted, which to be fair is probably more of a concern for us.
Spirits are lifted.
Okay, 35% scaling chance increase means we see where the last... Oh, done. It would split it up. Alright, we have to go up this way anyway, so let's go this way now. And at the 4th attempt, I think we might be able to actually, you know, not immediately trigger this trap off. You know, just for a change. There's nothing else in this little area. There's a curiosity in this area, which we'll probably need the herbs for. Thinking about this, but still. Light it in. Swinetaur, Spawn, and Reaver, and they are surprised. Good. Okay. I think we're going Throne Dagger at the back. 16. We shall mark you for death. And it worked, he's got a low protection score. Let's then... Do I want to kill this guy or do I want to do some damage here? You are the damaging one. Let's hit you for 13. You can take the sniper shot and kill this guy.
Annihilated.
I mentioned I like his new voice scripts they got for him. Right, we have to swap these two over, I think, soon, just because... Well, that was either a stunning attack or didn't do any damage. So probably a stunner. Right, let's Throne Dagger and just start getting rid of you. We'll try stunning you. Because even if we do knock you back, we can still have both shooting at you. 8. Surprised how low the damage is at the moment with these guys. Still. Stun, and a ball rush at you. 10. Double resist. Okay. Collect bounty. 22. Flashing daggers. Because we might as well damage both while we can. Ball and chain at you. 4. Right, so we can snipe. Yeah, snipe you for death.
The bigger the beast, the greater.
Also keeps you at the back, thankfully, so we can go for this, which won't do enough. I suppose I could mark him, but then he's in the 3rd row anyway, so it's stun that we need, not marked for our bounty hunter at the front. And in any case, you're going first, so Throne Dagger. Okay, doing well. Plenty of loot. Unfortunately, we can't grab anything there. I will swap you two over. That's purely for future battle. I don't think we're... He's at more than half health still, so I don't think that's a major problem to leave him on that. And there's a treasure room over here, so we did need to go this way doubly. Meaning we're backtracking a fair way after this. Heirlooms?
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Yeah, 2 for 250 is fine. We need more of these anyway. Hunger strikes, not a problem. Torch is lit. 2 more stress. We have the lights going in. Okay, the usual setup. 1 for the vomit attack. Resisted a debuff, thankfully, and here come the drums. And you're still getting hit, but at least now you're in a position where I can just go and sorry. Go and bandage you up in a moment. Right. Uppercut on the swine. Yeah, he's got a high move resistance. Actually, he doesn't have a great move resistance, actually. I'm surprised that hasn't worked at least once. I'm not complaining too much at this point, but nice. Oh, did that sting? 6 damage to deal, then. The boss will do 5 to 10 on you, 3 to 7 on you. Yeah, that was worth it. Hellfires, I'm good. I think we'll have you start the healing process. Okay. So if we can only hit one of them anyway, I might as well go for the outside. Actually, no, this has got a better chance of killing you. Finish you off. Would like to mark him for death, but I don't think that's really an option at this stage. So, 8-17, that's got an outside chance of killing him. Critical hit. Called your bluff, friend. And some more vomit. I think we'll make this a healing round and then try and deal with you next round. So stacked healing does another 4. And your self-healing does 7. Okay. Throne Dagger. 10. I went at the back for a little bit of stress, but you actually... Do you have a stress relief? No, you have a stress relief. I forgot that you swapped positions briefly. Okay, so some more Glod and a bandage.
Promises success.
Yeah, I think we're going to go and trade out that for that. We still might have obstacles, so the shovels are still worth it. And let's see what decisions we have to make now.
Packs laden with loot.
Okay.
Are often low on supplies.
But not in this case. I could gamble on the food, actually. Yeah, let's gamble on the food. If we take extra stress damage, it'll happen, but I want to take the extra portrait. Arguably, I could trade 6 crests for 1 portrait, though. But I happen to know we need portraits, so we'll go that way around. Do I want to get rid of the shovels as well? Alright, that's the way we go. So backtracking it is. So we might only have that one last room to explore, which should be good. I'm not going to tempt fate at this stage, but there is some event we don't want to happen, of course. Oops, excuse me, phone's going off. Get it in time. Alright. Oh, darn it, the recording window is still going. Alright, fine. Moving on. And yes, I've unmuted. Huzzah. Right. For God's sake. Alright, fair enough. Right, you resisted the bleed at least, so the worst event didn't happen.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Let's torch up.
Require only
Books we will ignore. Knew that would happen.
Gnawing hunger sets in, turning the body against
Sooner or later, I will earn the achievement for death by hunger. Alright, Corpse Eaters and Marcher and Spawn all surprised. Okay. So we need 10 to 21 with that. We need 10 to 21 with that. I think we might as well go for a kill here. 11 only. But flashing daggers means that will convert to 1 kill. 9 to 19 puts it close. We'll take the guaranteed kill over the possible kill. And you dodge the drums. Munch! And you resist the plague as well. Excellent. Right, Throne Dagger. 9. Drums of Doom. Small stress amounts there and there. Do I want to get Bolus or... Actually, let's get Bolus. That gives me a few more options. Unfortunately, it didn't. It guarantees the kill here, though. And because of that, that guarantees the kill there. Right. I'm taking this, but purely because I know there's... Oh, there is another encounter to go for. Okay, so we now have a stack of 12 food again. Okay. So since we know there's an encounter down here, we move on. Fortunately, I tossed my torches away, so this is going to be a bit... Oh, we're still in okay light conditions, actually. Right, daggers. 5 and 5. Let's then go for the possible kill here. Corpse remains. Drums. We're actually getting quite close to the stress limit, which I didn't notice. 75. You've still got an action left, but I think we do want to shoot you anyway. Because I don't think we can do enough damage between the two of them. In fact, they didn't even kill this one, so... 8 crit. And stun. Okay, flashing daggers will earn a kill. How much are we doing? 17. Not quite enough. Let's go for the stun then. Stun and knockback. Sniper shot for 11. There we go. That's easy enough once we get around to it. So, do we want to set this up for some minor heals, or... No, actually, we might as well just finish him. I was tempted, certainly, but if we get to the end and we're still...
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I'm going to regret this one. I am going to regret this one. Watch me regret this one. Yeah, we don't know what's down this corridor. Don't have a bandage, so I'm not bothering with that. We're going to be in the second light condition, so we get additional loot and additional crits here. Corpse eaters, and we are completely in the wrong positions. And unfortunately, this version of our Gravedigger does not have any of his class as usual move around tricks. You can, however, fight from just about anywhere, so it's not the end of the world, but... Munch! Okay. You can move forward by 2, that's fine, that moves you into an attack position. You can move back 2 as well. I realise it's not entirely optimal, but we got now at least our main damage dealer in the right play. Darn it. Oh no, he hadn't had a move anyway, so that's all fine. Right, another flash dagger. 1 down. Drums of Doom.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left.
Okay, there is a stress warning now. Collect bounty, please. 20. Deal with the Drums of Doom. Munch. That might be stress point. He's on 2 left. Back you go. Alright. Throne dagger. Deal with you before we have any more stress to worry about. Finish him. Okay, we'll take what of that we can.
Push on to the task's end.
Just dice over that, and then it's a case of, do I want these over 500 gold? I think I do, you know. Yeah, I think I do. I mean, 500 gold is certainly nice. We've got a couple of low artifacts we can sell as well. We got 1 set of Jester dice, I think, which is a duplicate. Overall, though, that's not bad. Now, though, I don't have any holy water for this, but I'm fairly certain this has a good chance of developing a good trait. So let's have Yuki be deeply disturbed by that.
fear and frailty finally claim their due.
That felt worth it.
Some experiments should have never happened.
Still though, I can't complain too much from that mission. About 12,000 in gold and a absolute bounty in heirlooms. And that should be getting us close to unlocking the flesh. "42 crests. This is a good number. Right. Deviant Taste is not allowed to... Is it the Brothel? And Warren Scrounger is a nice one. Let's replace Nocturnal. Nocturnal's probably the safer one. And that's almost certainly a poor exchange, that one. Yeah. It's annoying, but...
Once, our estate was the envy of this land.
What's worse is Yuki now has to spend a turn getting that disease cured. There was actually a disease resistance thing as well, so... Well, anyway, let's see how we're doing for the stagecoach side of things now, because if we can go and... Yeah, we can take experienced recruits up to level 2. So if I'm right, that should occasionally then drop us some level 2 people. If we can get that up another level, which unfortunately will require the blacksmith first, and that will get us there. How many crests would we need for it? Well, I could trade all my crests for 23, which isn't enough, but I could actually... trade away all my buffs for 16 as well. So I've got enough to upgrade one of... Actually, no, I don't, because I don't have to... No, actually, I would. I would have enough if I were to just trade this and then some of those. But I think either way, we're going to wait on it. Let's see how we're just looking on the embark table before we go too further. We have another Warren's mission, which I think is good. We can do that, and that will allow us to get the path to the boss finished. Gather 3 grain sacks. And it's for portraits, which is not the best, but certainly we can deal with that. I've then just got to find a party which can actually do the mission without... Are you still away? Oh well, doesn't matter. 18.7 is also a good amount of money to have. We can put Ronald into the Abbey. Get you cured. If we've got anybody else on high stress... Yeah, Glyphkeeper. Nope, that's Snoopy. And we can put Snoopy in the bar where he belongs, I think. So that'll be everything treated. We have 14,000 going in. We have some artifacts we can sell off as well, so... I think that's looking good for next time. Yeah, we'll just immediately sell these 1,500. And everything else, no, get rid of the white charms. I never used them. And we'll sell the Manslayer ring as well. So 17.4. Next time, then, we are going to go back to the Warrens. So until then.